My name's Jahnny Rise. I've been in this profession of lamp working for 21 years. I make pretty much pipes for the mainstay, but I make a lot of glasses, a lot of water fountains, a lot of art as well. The thing that sets me out a little bit is a lot of my fume work as well as blow-in work, but I do a lot of fumicellos, which I like to call the matrix. The way it lines up, it's kind of like, you know, the infinity and lining up the DMT molecules in your mind when you capture every moment in space and time, and that's what we're here doing. A lot of my art comes from older art, I suppose. You know, I'm very much into old world art. But I do a lot of abstract kind of things. If I'm gonna make figures, they're gonna be abstract, not necessarily, you know, exact to the human form. So I do a lot of abstract, I do a lot of blow-ins, which is multitudes of colors with silver and gold always in every piece. That's how I started out, was learning how to use that metal in my glass, so I kind of tend to stick with it. A lot of my work I get inspiration from is a struggle I see in life. You know, I kind of want to bring joy to the pain that most of us feel at times, so I tend to want to build things that are beautiful. A lot my kids have to do with, they bring me so much joy that, you know, they keep me working. The inspiration I get to keep the fire going and keep it lit, you know, most of it comes from my family and the people I see every day and the music in my life. Yeah, so when I was first asked to be a part of the 1K show, I immediately was like, oh, that's brilliant. Just a G, come on, let's keep it simple. My shopmate Josh Ford actually was the one that was like, yo dude, you should be in the show, you want me to ask? You know, I definitely noticed there's a huge amount of artists listed in it, so that, you know, they're trying to make sure a little bit of everybody gets in there, which I admire too. You know, it's not always about the big hype man and, you know, the biggest name in the bill. I see this skyrocketing in price, and a lot of it I'm like, whoa, you guys, okay, I see you're just trying to get yours and ask for what you want, and it's really, ultimately, it's up to you guys, the collectors, you guys, the buyers, that decide what things go for. It may be to that point where there's that many people that want that piece on the table, and they see the value more in, you know, a couple artists working together that may do once or twice, 3 times, but that piece that comes out is gonna be one of a kind. And so that's where you see these exuberant prices coming from, is that, you know, it really is a unique piece. So I agree with what's happening. I think personally, sometimes it's hard for me to charge too much for a piece, but ultimately it needs to be sold. And I kind of feel at terms I want to hook people up. I don't want to charge too much, you know. I don't want to cut myself short either, though. So it's that fine balance, you know. And I see our industry, it's only going to get more and more people purchasing certain pieces, but I noticed that at this point it's going to more of like a personal sale to sale. I see a lot of pipe shops not doing so well and not selling the high-end pieces, and maybe that's because they focused on getting a 50-50 for these high-end pieces when it should have been, you know, maybe a little less. Maybe you don't need to make $2 grand on a piece, maybe $1 enough, I don't know. But nowadays all the artists can be reached via social media. Some don't fall into that category of selling to the public. Some do, some choose to sell it a little over wholesale. I value people getting what they want out of the piece, and, you know, the artists that work really hard and put 21 years into something in a day, you know what I mean? Like, so, but it really is up to the consumer, I think, when it comes down to it, what pieces sell for what. So I haven't thought too much about what I'll be bringing to the next show, but upon hearing the question, what I would drop out, I think I want to build a piece that has attachable and removable parts, just kind of, not necessarily like a samurai sword or something, but bigger parts that sit with the piece. So, so that it's almost like, not a Lego set, but multiple pieces that build the whole unit was what I was thinking on bringing, so. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to all the artists pursuing their love and passion, and all those that follow the artists and help them survive and get their just. I also want to give a shout out to any artists that want to work. Hit me up anytime. One love. Yo, one love, y'all. Make sure you hit out Miami February 10th for the 1K show. Big ups to Diego and Jay. Heights.